Yep, we're gonna color at the restaurant.
So we're gonna go hang out with some other missionaries tonight. I think there's like 6 of us, different missionaries to different places. So maybe we could get 6 stories out of it. All right, here we go. I'm going in real time. Sarah. That's it, that's all I filmed. I'm such a loser. I think today now would be a great time to talk about expectations. Expectations, yes, expectations. Okay, so let's think about this. Why? Because this is I think a very important topic to talk about, especially with missions, right? Because we all come with this expectation and this idea of what's going to happen when we get there to the field, to whatever country or people group we get to work with, and doing whatever kind of ministry we're going to do. But here's something I would say is very important to know. Expectations are not a bad thing. I think we should definitely have expectations. Check this out, guys. If I move the camera right here, look at that hiding. It just kind of like, ooh. That's beside the point. Because expectations, right? That's what we're talking about, not lighting. So this is a good thing. Expectations are good. I think people should have expectations going in the field. They should be kind of expectant of things like God's going to do stuff. Now, I think we should all go, and a very good, wise thing I would absolutely 100% say is when you go with your expectations, no matter what area of life it is have a very open mind about what God could do. I mean, despite what your expectations are, despite what our expectations are. It's because sometimes like what we expect to happen and how we plan these things out in our head and in our minds and with each other, and then the reality of how it happens are two very, they're different things. They're not the same. At times it's not what we expect at all, and it goes either far worse than we ever expected, or it surpasses our expectations, or it's completely different altogether. And like, I don't say this as well, but I'm going to include a little link. I don't know, maybe it's here or maybe it's down there. I don't know where it's at. Maybe it's just in the description. That's it, because I know some people could have it pop up here in a little bar, but I don't know how to do that yet. I don't think I have permission to do that yet on YouTube. So I'm including a link to a sermon I heard by Steven Furtick, and I think he did a fantastic job at describing kind of like our expectations, and just he used John the Baptist, and he talked about John the Baptist and all this phenomenal stuff. I'm not even going to get into it because I want to fall really short at this moment, because I'm just not ready to explain this super well yet. And what my goal in this video is just to say expectations are okay. You should have expectations. Just realize that if your expectation is that we're just gonna parachute into a jungle somewhere and bring 1,000 Bibles and then the whole jungle is gonna get saved, I want to let you know that expectation is pretty. I don't think that's not really what's gonna happen. Why? Because missions is I would say 100% almost driven by the Holy Spirit and relationships with the people we're working with. It's not just like, oh, I want to pop in and do a couple events and do these big things and then everyone's going to come to know Christ. What it is it's mainly living life with the people we're with. You know, if you're in the jungle, you do a lot of stuff that they do in the jungle with these people. If you're in the city, you do a lot of the stuff that they do here in the city with the people. And it's just a repetition of being with them constantly as much as you can, and sharing your life, and a lot of prayer and a lot of guidance of the Holy Spirit, and then like God moves in their lives. And there's a lot more to that than just what I said, I think. But again, we're talking about expectations. So like, if you're still sitting there and you're like, hey, I feel like I might be feeling like God's prompting me, calling me, he's pulling me there, and it's just this like it's constantly coming up in your life, I want you to continue to pray for that and clarity and for God's just that desire to grow stronger and stronger. But also with your expectations of what you think you may or may not be doing, go with the expectance that like, hey, God's gonna use you, and that these people, wherever it may be, like you're gonna find people who want to know Christ and people who are open to the gospel and open to what God is or who God is and the freedom and the grace that is there with the Lord. But also know that sometimes that expectation that like, hey, we're gonna go plant a church and then 1,000 people are gonna come, like it's not always the reality of things right away. Now it does happen. It very well does happen. Speaking of 1,000 people coming to church, I heard this thing at a church planting seminar boot camp from, I don't know who said it. So if you know the quote and who said it, you could comment their name and be like, hey, this guy's the one who said it. But they basically, the idea was like, they say for every 1,000 people, you pretty much need to have a church in order to reach everyone, which is crazy to me, because like going back to the past couple videos about Mexico and like the university there of 250,000 university students, that's like 250 churches that would have to be available in order to reach that many people. Now mind you, some churches are huge, like they have tens of thousands of people that go into them. Majority of churches are tiny, like maybe break 100, maybe, and it's great that they're there. That makes me sound like I'm disappointed. I'm not. No one's disappointed in that effort. That is phenomenal. I come from small churches, so woo. But again, with the expectations is let your expectations be there. Let whatever God is stirring up in you, let it grow and let it fester up in you. But understand that like, don't grab it with the closed fist, but leave it open so that like whatever it is you're holding here in this expectation you have of what God's gonna do, allow it to be here and don't grab it so that God can't, but allow God to do whatever he's gonna do. But with this, God can do so much more than just with a closed fist on our expectations. So that's all I got to say for today. I hope you're having a fantastic week. It should be like Tuesday right now. Whoa, welcome to Tuesday. And then, yeah, hopefully we see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you next week. All right, guys. Peace. Bye. Bye. Oh, yeah, and everyone that was in the beginning of the video, all of them have agreed to film stories with me, so we're gonna share their stories soon. That was Andrew and Anna Polk. We had Zach, we had Shelby, and we have Sarah, and it's phenomenal. And guys, the whole thing with Mexico, I know we're driving Mexico home right now, and we're really trying to get a team to go to Mexico City. I think there's like potentially 3 units already like talking about it and praying about it. So that's like, what? So please keep sharing these videos. Yeah, love you guys, and I will see you very soon. Also, something coming up very soon as well is we're gonna talk about deaf ministry to the deaf, because it's phenomenal. All right, yeah, catch you later.